We are back with some Texans franchise. We're here with the recap video. Excuse me. We're here at the recap video. We're going to talk about how our season went, how we think we did. You know, it was a good season, bad season. Go over the stats, talk about the players, and should be a quick video, 10, 15 minutes, because usually as we go on, I compare from this, from last year to this year to see if they improved or had a worse season. So the first recap in the cycle usually doesn't go too long. Don't know why my throat's dying right now, but we're in the Super Bowl, so the next video will probably be after the Super Bowl is won, and we're in the final re-sign stage, showing you guys who I'm going to let hit the market, who won the Super Bowl, and then the next video of that, obviously, free agency, and then draft, and then we're back at it again. So, before I forget, I want to go over the Pro Bowl players. We only had one Pro Bowl player on the offensive side, and you may think, oh, let's just think, who could it be? Maybe Dameon Pierce? Maybe Tunzel somehow sneaks in there. But no, it is none other than our fullback, Andy Janovich. He was the number one fullback, the only fullback that went to the Pro Bowl on the AFC side. So probably because I used fullbacks a lot, so maybe he just had the most snaps, so he made it. Which is actually kind of hilarious that he made it. But we have quite a bit of defensive Pro Bowls, some that were pretty interesting. Also on the offensive side, for some reason, Dameon Pierce is now hidden dev, which doesn't make sense. So I don't know if he went up to superstar or not, just through being really good. He was star. No one else went up in dev on the offense, but I don't know if because he's hidden now he's superstar. I can't check. Because I'm not a commissioner, you can't check to see if he's a superstar. So I guess we'll have to wait and find out for that. On the defensive side, we have a couple people that went up in dev. First one being Malik Collins. He went to star dev, and he was the number one defensive tackle for the AFC. He was apparently the best defensive tackle and made the most votes at defensive tackle. So congratulations to Mr. Malik Collins. He had a good season, but I didn't think he was playing that good, which is pretty ridiculous. Ridiculous, can't talk, that he actually made it. Our next Pro Bowl, sorry, I'm trying to look at my phone with my notes. The next Pro Bowl was Derek Stingley Jr. He was the fourth cornerback to make it. There was three ahead of him. And then we had Jalen Petrie as the second free safety to make it. And then, unfortunately, we had, as our final Pro Bowl, our punter. So we had a punter and a fullback, which is cool, I guess. But it's not really who I want to see making the Pro Bowl. You want to see a little bit better, players than that. Three on the defensive side. Malik went to star. Christian Kirksey also went to star, which is cool to see those guys go to star dev. Some unfortunate news for Petrie. Spoiler, he did win Defensive Rookie of the Year. He did not go to X Factor. So I guess if you win an award and say you're star dev, you can go up to superstar, or if you're normal, you go up to star. But I guess you just can't go to X Factor with winning awards, which is quite tragic because I thought that was the case because I knew you could go to superstar. So I was like, well, you got to go to X Factor. Then I thought I would have my first X Factor on the squad, and having Jalen be an X Factor that early would be amazing. So I thought that was the case. Did not happen. He is still superstar. So we only have two devs, which usually we're used to, getting into these and just seeing like, oh, this guy's superstar, just seeing all these new colors around, but all we have is just two new stars. And for players that might not even be around long, maybe Malik lasts another year or two, same thing with Christian, but not really in my long-term plans. So it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll go through I'll show you guys who's in the Super Bowl. It's the weirdest Super Bowl ever. The Bengals made the Super Bowl. The 7-seed 49ers are taking on the 6-seed Bengals. Don't know. The Bengals have just been taking out everyone. Obviously, we had our game. Then he took out the Browns 52-45. Then beat the Broncos 45-20. The 49ers beat the 2 seed. Then he beat the 1 seed. Then he beat the 4 seed. He's just stomping through everyone. So 7 seed versus the 6 seed. I don't think I've ever seen that in any of our leagues. Just a lot of the top seeding players just didn't show out, I guess. A lot of them lost early. I lost the 3 seed. I lost the 4 seed. Lost. The 3 seed lost over here, the 2 seed, and the 1 seed lost. And all the higher seeds just lost super early. even in the conference championship, the highest seeding you had was a 4 seed. The rest were wild card teams. So kind of an odd playoff year. So we'll update you guys that in the next video when we get in the final re-sign stage. So that's how the Super Bowl is going. Overall, we had a solid season. Regular season wasn't that bad. We had some tough losses, but if you would have told me I'm going 12-5, getting the 3 seed, and I had a chance at the bye week, I just kind of choked later on in the season, I would have been very happy with that. And even the playoff game, it's very hard for me. Obviously, I took the L. It is what it is. But the first 3 quarters, I personally feel like I outplayed him. Those first 3 quarters, I played really well. And the fourth quarter was just unfortunate. I was up by 2, driving, completing a bunch of third downs. Got to a 4th and 1. I could have kicked the field goal to go up by 5. Tried to stay aggressive. And that's just what separates good quarterbacks from average quarterbacks. Davis Mills drops back. Quick little out to Pharaoh Brown. Open. Probably been like a 5-10. If he breaks the tackle, I score a touchdown. So he's just one guy there. It's open, wide open. And under pressure, can't make the throw. And then immediately next play, Joe Mixon, I miss my tackle. He breaks a tackle, 80-yard touchdown. And then I go 3 and out, and then he drives and gets a touchdown. So, those 3 drives right there is just what screwed us. If I pick up that 4th down on that play, who knows, maybe I go down and score a touchdown. I'm up by 9 again with like 5 minutes left in the game, and then things could be totally different. That 4th down, it sucks. It's one thing to run the 4th down if I run the ball and just get stuffed, or if I run a pass play and no one's open, I get sacked, or I force a pick because I don't see anything. It really does suck, though, when I have a player open and he just doesn't make the throw. That is the worst, and it's been a theme, a lot throughout the season for us with Mr. Mills. So I don't know what to do with him. I'm going to be honest with you. He might be on the move. We'll just have to see how things play out in the offseason. I'm just not sold on him. I think we need a better player, and he didn't really dev that much. He was star dev the whole season and only went up a couple overalls. Didn't really show anything like crazy. So I think he's going to be on the move. We'll just have to find out. But regular season, I'm fine with. My team needs a lot of work, and getting the 3 seed, winning the division's awesome, and getting the 3 seed's great. We just got to be better. Also, before I forget, I did change my playbook. So we do not have the Houston Texans offensive playbook. I'm keeping their defensive book for now. It's not bad. I like the 4-3 stuff, so it's not too bad. But the offensive side, we're going to be using the Miami Dolphins. And actually, I'm going to go switch it as we speak because I don't want to forget. So we're going to go ahead and, I guess I could show you. No, we'll skip on showing you the plays. But as I was looking through the team, the plays looked very, very nice, which was good for me because I need a better playbook. So I'm excited to try out the Miami one. Never really used Miami's playbook, but from what I was looking through, it was solid. It was really solid. So we'll see how Miami's book does for us. I need some more exotic plays out there. So Miami, new offensive playbook, but just kind of a damper, kind of a lame ending to our season. I was hoping we could at least win maybe a playoff game, season 1. Is what it is. Things happen. We just got to get better in a lot of areas, and hopefully this offseason we can take a big step in that direction. We have a lot of draft picks. The deal I'm currently working on with Mr. Mills would acquire some more draft picks. So, we'd have a lot of draft picks this draft. So if we hit and do good this draft and maybe sign a couple free agents, we could be in a really good spot next season. So let's look at the weekly or the yearly awards. MVP was Mahomes. No one near that. Somehow we won Coach of the Year, which is kind of crazy. I would have thought someone else maybe would have won that, but we won Coach of the Year. We'll start with the NFC. CMC, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Micah Parsons. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Rashad White. N'Kobe Dean, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Tom Brady, Best QB. CMC, Best Running Back. Best Receiver, Cooper Kupp. Tristan Wirfs, Best Offensive Lineman. Best Defensive Lineman. Look at the Commanders. 4 of them, man. It's crazy. Montez Sweat winning that. Micah Parsons, Best Linebacker. Jalen Johnson, Best DB. And Graham Gano as the Best Kicker. AFC side, Offensive Player of the Year, we have Keenan Allen. I don't think we had Texans. Yeah, no Texans there. Not going to try to pronounce his name, but he did win Defensive Player of the Year. We did have Jalen Petrie at the 5 spot there, so not too bad there for him. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Isaiah Pacheco. Dameon Pierce was in first about week 13-ish, and then he got passed pretty good. I mean, Garrett Wilson was in first place for a while there, and then Isaiah Pacheco just popped off, so he wins that. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jalen Petrie. Second, Christian Harris. Doesn't matter. I was hoping one of them would go to X Factor, and none of them will. It doesn't even matter because they don't even go. So we did have Derek Stingley down here at the 7 spot, which is, he had a weird season. He was solid, but didn't really make as much plays as some of the other guys made. Patrick Mahomes, best QB, best RB, Isaiah Pacheco. We had Dameon Pierce at 4. Best receiver is Keenan Allen. We had none there. Best offensive lineman was Quinn Miners. Definitely not anyone there. Myles Garrett, best defensive lineman. We had Malik Collins at the 5. Look at Malik. I guess I didn't realize he was that good this year compared to the other defensive tackles. Best linebacker, Max Crosby. No Texans there. Best DB, Minkah Fitzpatrick. We had Jalen at 2nd. He was close. Very, very close to winning that award. Best kicker is Brandon McManus. We had Kaimi at the 6th spot. And that is that for the awards. It sucks, man. It really does suck that I won some awards and we don't really get that many, dev spots, which is just brutal. The last thing we're gonna go over in this video, and then next episode or next video, we'll be talking about who won the Super Bowl. Who I'm letting test fruit in the market, who I'm kind of looking for. Recapping that. We're just gonna go over some stats real quick on the league, see how we did. Before we do our team, though, I'll just show you guys the league leaders. We'll just blow through those. Those go quick. So, passing leader, Mahomes, obvious. Rushing leader was Jonathan Taylor. He had 13 touchdowns. Receiving leader, Keenan Allen, 15 touchdowns. Man was a monster, absolute monster. Tackle leader, we have Rashad Evans. Tackle for loss leader, Kenny Clark. Sack leader, Micah Parsons at 20. Makes total sense there. Minkah with 16 picks. Jalen tied for 2nd with 13. Best kicker, Brandon McManus, banged everything, 100%. Damn, that's pretty solid. He didn't miss a single. Okay, this guy's ridiculous. 8 kick returns for touchdowns. Holy shit! All right. Well, the Quez Watkins, crazy. Holy shit. That boy's averaging 34 kick return. I've never seen that. That's insane. We did have a punt return, which is pretty cool. Tyron Johnson, 91. Damn. So that is that. 8 kick returns. I did not know that was happening. So let's break down our squad. Davis Mills. Like I said, probably leaving. I mean, it's very close. He might be gone by the time I make my next video, and I will be updating you on my trade. So it all depends how things fall through. We're kind of waiting on another deal to be done with the team I'm trading with. If that deal gets done, then our deal will most likely get done. So I'm just not a fan of him. I'm really not. 4,000 or just over 4,000 yards, completion percentage of 65%, 25 touchdowns, 28 picks. He's just average. I mean, and I'm going to have to pay him too. That was the other thing. It's like if I keep Davis Mills, I'd have to keep him the whole cycle. There'd be no reason for me to use him the next 3 years just to get rid of him. There'd be no reason to build him up that good just to get rid of him. And I'm not a fan of him. I'm really not. I mean, he has okay stats. It's not like he has bad stats or anything. He's already star dev. I don't know. There's something about him that's just not vibing with me. I mean, I took Daniel Jones from dog shit to X Factor and I won a Super Bowl with him. I took bad quarterbacks and I've won Super Bowls with them. So Davis Mills, I stuck with Daniel Jones and I saw good things, but I don't know. I just didn't see it. And I think he's going to go. It's not even like he played like absolutely terrible. He's just average. And I don't need it. And this is the biggest one. I mean, that speaks more, I think, to the offensive line because I tried a lot to get the ball out quick. Obviously, there's times where some of those are on me. I roll out too quick. I stay in the pocket too much. Don't dump it down. But 61 sacks, that's not good, man. That's not good. So Davis Mills probably going to leave. This is the first time, I think, in any Madden season I've played where I've had more interceptions than touchdowns. Usually I'm pushing. Like, my peak days with Joe Burrow last Madden or with Daniel Jones the Madden before that or whoever I had, I was pushing like 40 passing touchdowns and like max like 20-something picks. Like, I always had a really good ratio. I was always putting up numbers. I mean, just a little spoiler here, I got no 1,000-yard receiver. I mean, that's never happened either. So we need to fix the offensive side. So just Davis Mills I don't think is going to be here. Dameon Pierce, I mean, probably about the best rookie season as I could ask for. 268 carries, 1,256 yards, average of 4.7. He had 20 rushing touchdowns. Did kind of get some fumbleitis there for a while, but the 20 rushing touchdowns is crazy. A lot of yards after contact. He had 55 broken tackles. He's a machine there. Stayed healthy, never got hurt. He's the starting running back. I wish like it wasn't hidden dev, which makes me think, fingers crossed, maybe he got the superstar, but maybe I don't know why it says hidden all of a sudden. That would be awesome if he got the superstar, got some abilities. Rex Burkhead was okay. I mean, he was just all right. He is going to be leaving. I'm not re-signing him. He's way too old. I'm either going to go after free agency for a good, receiving back, or I'm going to draft a running back pretty late in the draft. I'm not really sure. We'll have to see who hits the market. But Rex did his job. I still think I could get a better pass catcher. I don't really think Dameon Pierce he can catch the ball, obviously, but I want someone better. He's kind of slow. I mean, that speed upgrade does help with Dameon Pierce, but I need someone quicker to get in and out of routes and stuff. So for what Rex did in the receiving game, wasn't too bad. He was okay on the ground. He had a good yards per carry at 5.1, 2 touchdowns for us. Davis Mills ran the ball a little bit. Marlon Mack squeaked in there a little bit as well. Mainly that was from a sim that I had where he just, for some reason, started and got like 20 carries. Mechie, probably should have involved him more on some sweeps. I kind of got away with that. With the Dolphins playbook, though, they got a lot of cool sweeps and end arounds and stuff like that. So we could utilize John more with that kind of stuff, or someone else if we get someone else. Andy got 2 touchdowns. Apparently Kyle Allen had a 5-yard rush. I don't remember that whatsoever. This is not good that someone I sign off the street leads me in receptions and yards. That's not good. At the beginning of the season, I signed T.Y. just as some depth to help us get through this year. I was not re-signing him. I'm still not re-signing him, even though he led us in these categories. It's just, I don't know what to say. I really don't, because T.Y. exceeded all my expectations this season. He came in on 1-year deal just to help us out, and he led us in receptions, led us in yards, and almost led us in receiving touchdowns. So T.Y. was fantastic. Brandon Cooks, I don't know what to say about this guy. I mean, he's really good in real life. Very good stats. Maybe the playbook change helps a bit. I can't actually trade him because he just got a new deal. I think he's got 3 years out of a 4-year contract, something like that. So even if I wanted to trade him, it would have to be next year, I'm pretty sure, because we have to wait halfway through their deal if they sign a new deal. So he did. So I can't even trade him if I wanted to, and I'm obviously need him. He's going to be my wide receiver 1. Mechie probably will stay in the slot. It's just the big question mark is who is going to be the second outside receiver. I'm either drafting someone, or I'm going to have to make a big splash in free agency. Just have to see who's there. So Brandon Cooks, kind of underwhelming performance. He had 52 receptions, which is tied for 3rd. He's 4th in yards. Not good. I need Brandon Cooks to be up here. I mean, Brandon Cooks needs to be 1,000 yards receiver and making plays downfield, and he was averaging 48 a game. I just felt like he wasn't getting open, which is just weird. Maybe I just wasn't seeing him because a lot of times my offensive line is just so abysmal. I was checking it down quick, or a lot of times I'm not even looking downfield, which is a bad thing in itself because my offense is usually very high powered, a lot of explosive plays, a lot of big play touchdowns, big, long completions, and I didn't get many of those because 1, the offensive line doesn't give me time, and 2, I'm just so used to Davis Mills not making those tight throws down the field, so I'm just trying to keep it safe. 5 yards here, 5 yards here, which is not a bad thing, but we need explosive plays on offense. Mechie, rookie year, I'm happy with it. Nothing special, nothing insane, but he's flashed here and there. Had a really good game in the playoffs. 61 for 832 and 6, led us in receiving touchdowns. So I'm happy with how he, like I said, it's nothing special, Nothing ridiculous, but solid year. And same thing with Brevin. Kind of just a guy. He's still very young. He didn't really dev too much. He's still normal dev, but still very, very young. Was he 23? He's 22. The man is 22 years old, so he'll probably be my starting tight end unless I see something free agency that I like. But solid season for him as well. 52 for 870 and 5. Just an okay tight end. Didn't dev. Kind of disappointing with all my wide receivers besides Mechie. I mean, I guess I'm not disappointed with T.Y., but I didn't expect much in the first case. Yeah, Brandon Cooks, he's just got to be better. He's just got to be better. I mean, hopefully we'll get another receiving back in here to replace this. These were crucial for Rex, getting the ball out quick, especially if I go the route of drafting a quarterback. I'm going to need, that just escape valve to just get it out quick. Pharaoh Brown made some plays. Damian Pierce made some plays. A couple guys with some catches, but that's that for receiving. Blocking, terrible. Titus Howard, he's got to go. He's got to go. The man sucks. Can't stand him. He will be replaced, whether it is a draft pick or a free agent signing. Titus Howard will not be on this team. I can't stand this guy. He's so bad. Tunsil did allow 9 sacks, the second on our squad. I'm going to trust him. He's a very, very solid player. 89 overall. He's still 28 years old. So he's staying. It is what it is. Maybe it's just an off year for him. AJ Kane, another guy that's going to go. It's mainly the goal this offseason is I'm really hoping I'm trying to get a new right guard, right tackle. Like, those two got to go. I'm okay with giving Justin Britt one more season and just, he can go after that. But right guard, right tackle is the main focus. Left guard and left tackle, I'm fine with keeping. Defensively is where there's a lot of bright spots. The offense has a lot of bad, disappointing things, but defensively is where things get better. Jalen led us in tackles, which is kind of crazy. Jalen had a phenomenal rookie year. Obviously won Rookie of the Year, which is great. He had 97 tackles. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Let's go here. 3 tackles for loss. Had a half a sack, 13 picks. How many fumbles? And 2 forced fumbles. So great season for Jalen there. Great season. Christian Harris, another very good season. Second in Rookie of the Year. He had 90 tackles, 8 tackles for loss. Holy shit. No wonder. He had 30 tackles for loss. No wonder why he was the number 1 Pro Bowl. Damn. Okay, Malik Collins is a god. I didn't realize he had that many. We'll get to Malik Collins, but 2 sacks. Got himself 11 picks and also had 1 forced fumble. Let's get to my man Malik Collins. Damn, 75, 30 is crazy. That is crazy. Got to star dev. That's interesting. He's 27, He's not going to dev much, but he'll definitely be on the squad next season. He might even be a starter depending on what happens. But, damn. I didn't realize he had that many. And I also didn't realize he had 15 sacks. Holy shit, did he lead us in sacks? Holy shit. This guy was phenomenal. And he had 2 forced fumbles. Oh my god. Okay, well, Malik Collins, unsung hero. I did not think he did that good, but that boy is on a freaking mission. Jesus, Jonathan Greenard. I would have thought he had a better season than Malik, but I guess not. Jonathan was solid. He's star dev as well. 23 sacks or tackles for loss, 12.5 sacks for him. Did he force any fumbles? No forced fumbles. Kruger Hill was okay. Wasn't bad. He just got a lot of sacks on blitzes. He's a very good blitzer. Got a lot of plays. That's why he got 10 sacks. Got 3 picks. Solid there. Jerry Hughes he got 8 sacks, but I don't know. He's just kind of meh. He's nothing special there. Who else? We had Desmond King in the slot. 3 tackles for loss. Got a sack. Got 3 picks. He wasn't too bad. He wasn't really too bad in the slot. Tariq Woolen, 7 picks. Kind of turned it up later. He's still developing. He's still very low overall, 71. So the stats are kind of brutal. He's getting there. By the end of season 2, season 3, he should be very, very solid. Especially in real life. If he keeps going off, I'll use my second player match on Tariq Woolen because he'll definitely he's a monster in real life right now. Derek Stingley, solid. 1 tackle for loss, got 9 picks for him. That's pretty much it for the defensive side. I can't believe I need to take a peek at this again. I cannot believe that this man had 30 sacks. That is just Malik Collins is a god. He's apparently a god. We made all the extra points, missed a couple kicks, 5 kicks. Not bad, not bad. Punter made the Pro Bowl. Usually not a good thing. This means we're punting a lot, so hopefully it doesn't happen next season. Tremont Smith, he made some big plays. He just couldn't get the touchdowns. I think the one kick return that I got that was like a 90-yard didn't save, so that was just a sim game. The game didn't save, so he had a couple that got me into the red zone. He just never could score for some reason. He's got like 96 speed, right? What's his speed? Man, as fast as that. Oh, he's got 92. Why do you think he had 96? I'm all over the place. Punts, nothing too crazy on the punts. Yeah, nothing too crazy. But that is that for the stats. That is that for the season recap. Let me know what you guys think about how we did this season. I think we did okay. It could have been better in the playoffs, but first season we have a lot of holes to fill. Davis Mills, like I said, probably out the door. So we'll be having a new quarterback for the rest of this cycle, or maybe just we'll have a stopgap guy for next season and draft someone. We'll have to see how it plays out. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.